So I have to speak up on this one. So today I was messing around and I've got an Instagram page, Facebook page, and everybody knows I hate scammers and everything else. Marines, you're going to love this one. So earlier today, I had a person try to contact me on Instagram, and it's funny. I've been on Instagram for years, and I've got friends and family on there, okay? Anyway, this person like, oh, who are you? Blah, blah, blah. All in, they were in camis, all right, which is funny because they were not in digis. And they were sitting there telling me they're a Marine and all this other stuff. What's funny is, right away, I look at Stolen Valor, I look and see what they're saying because, believe it or not, I'm looking at their uniform and everything. So then all of a sudden, the person had a phone number and all this other stuff, and I already asked like certain questions. Any Marine will tell you right now there are certain questions you can ask that Marines are going to know, they're going to be able to talk about. And this one's really, really funny because they couldn't answer any of the questions earlier. Well, then there was a phone number on the page. Anyway, what I'm going to do real quick is I'll show you what was said. So, this person, they call herself Connor and all this other stuff. And if you look at the picture sitting there saying that they're from Arizona, all this other stuff, okay, I didn't let them see a picture. I basically said, where'd you go to boot camp? Did you go to boot camp? And now this is what I did tonight. It's not what I did earlier with this person. This person didn't even realize they were talking to the same person. Arizona Barracks. There's no such thing. Now, we do have places in Yuma, Arizona, but we don't train there. Anyway, talking about being in the barracks, they're on night patrols in Arizona, uh, even though Arizona uh, does not have any of that stuff. And anybody that knows me, they know one of my biggest pet peeves is when people steal valor, okay? A lot of my brothers and sisters, doesn't matter what branch of the service, they're all very, very proud of everything they've ever done. And when people lie about it, and they say all it's just the scammers are using military to try to get money out of men. They use military to try to get money out of women. What they do is they say they're overseas, they're in Afghanistan. So what I'm going to show you now is what I pulled up earlier from them. And like I said, I know some people will watch this, some people won't. But I notice once it gets around, it's kind of like, I don't like my brothers and sisters being scammed. And so let me see if I can get on here right. I do a lot of scam stuff throughout the day. Uh, all right, this is going to be out of order just a little bit, but here we go. This is going to be funny. So the person calls herself Day. Let me see here. Sorry, I got to use my other phone for it. Why is my? There we go. So Day Connor, right? So how are you? I'm Connor from Arkansas, United States Marines. I'm United States Marines. Okay, they kept asking me how old I was. Fine years. I'm Connor. How old are you? Anyway, I kind of had to change my story up a little bit. Anybody knows me knows what my story is. Would not tell me where they were from. They were deployed mission to Arizona, USA barracks to training some signed Marines. That's what they said. Sorry, these are pictures. I'm deployed to mission at U.S. barracks. I pretended like I was some kind of, oh, I love Marines. I am a Marine. Anyway, they kept asking me if I'm single and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I love Marines. I just wanted to get them. Okay. I told them I was 32, which is funny. They kept asking. They kept wanting to know if I'm single or whatever. Most female Marines will not ask any of these type of questions. How many days am I working a week? They wanted me to test them a number. They've been to Afghanistan, Iraq. Okay. Anyway, they said they're a sergeant by rank and training some signed Marines, and this is my last mission to get retired because I hate being single. And they gave me all these pictures. Now, these pictures are of an actual Marine. Problem is, if you go on to Google, you find out it's not who this person says they are. So they stole the person's pictures. Uh, anyway, I can send them whatever I want. So anyway, uh, I was kind of being nice. I was seeing how much more info I could get out of them. Well, after a while, they realized they caught on. So, of course, I blocked them and everything. Of course, what am I going to do next? Put it all over the Marines. Because, like I said, Marines don't like being lied to. And, like I said, then tonight I sent the text message over because I wanted to mess with them a little bit. But it's just a scam artist trying to take advantage of our military. There's so many different types of scams out there. Uh, that's the reason why I try to warn people. It's the reason why I protect military and truckers. But this is not a sales thing for me. It's just I'm a Marine. I'm a very proud Marine. You know, it's funny. We always say we love the time of the Marines. Actually, the best thing about the Marine Corps are the men and women that we serve with. That's what makes us Marines. You know, everybody says a Marine. No, what makes us Marines is who we're serving next to. It's who we are. And when people steal valor and stuff, it's like anything else. It hurts everybody because there's a lot of people like me and a lot of groups that I'm part of that we give money to help out, and we do like reading, and we do college and suits, and we do different things for families, that we do so much for legit military. Doesn't matter what branch. But then you get somebody like this coming along, and we don't get much in the first place. Okay, and there's some people out there, you guys shouldn't get anything, blah blah. You volunteered. I'm like, that's right, I volunteered so that I could protect my country, but because, I'm not somebody that's got money. I volunteered in the Marine Corps because I didn't have another path to get to where I wanted to be, because I didn't know where I wanted to be. I joined the Marine Corps because I had a calling. I joined the Marine Corps. So that being said, when people steal valor and stuff, they've never went. You gotta understand, Marines. You can go through boot camp and you're a Marine, but then there's the Fleet Marine Corps, and there's a whole, there's it goes deeper and deeper and deeper. And I'm nobody important, but the men that I served with, the whether we got along at the time or not, I've got their backs for life. So this person over there scamming and just scamming and scamming. And it's not them. I have one of my cousins, Nikki. I'm sorry, one of my cousins. She's on a lot of these dating sites, and she always calls me up or sends me a message like, "Hey Jeff, this person, do I have to pay people to help get them to come over to because they're in Afghanistan? They said they're in the army, and I have to give them a down payment, otherwise the commanding." I'm like, what? 20 to 30 a week. I have females calling me, asking me about scams going on Instagram and Facebook. They added these military people, and I tell them how you can find out if they're real or not. First off, they get leave. We get 2.5 days a month for leave, and we can build it up. Second, we don't need babysitters if we're coming home. So you don't got to sign somebody out like they're on parole or something from prison or something like that. You're not responsible for them. Other things are, all you got to do is ask a simple question. Where your DIs at? Simple things. Where'd you go to your SOI? I actually use numbers, because in the Marine Corps we use a lot of numbers. I'm an 0311. My friends are 0811, 0354, machine gunners. Everything's got a nomenclature. Everything's got a name. I mean, I'll ask a stupid question such as, give me the breakdown of an M16, or give me the breakdown on an M4. Give me what's the nomenclature? And because they may know what the word nomenclature is, but I'll say of like a chem light. Seriously. I'll even ask stupid questions. It's funny because we love to mess with people, and we ask for like brake fluid, chem light, non-skid wax. But when you can find the scammers, they don't know these things. And a lot of them aren't even from here. They're from other countries. So like I said, don't be scammed. And if you're finding like a beautiful Marine, guys, I know y'all like to think that you're hot stuff and you think you're the greatest. I promise you right now, there are very few women Marines in the Marine Corps. They're Marines just like us, okay? But I guarantee you they don't need to use a dating site. And if they are using a dating site, they don't need to be using a dating site. The reason why? These women in the Marine Corps are equal to the men at all levels. The only difference is they don't put up with crap. You got to understand. They have to go through the same stuff everybody does. I promise you, I would take a woman Marine any day of the week and put her up against another Marine, and she's going to do just as awesome. Why? Because we hold everybody in the Marine Corps accountable to do the same thing. And I know a lot of female Marines. They're all over the place, but they're not very many. So if there's 140,000 Marines in the Marine Corps, that number's probably wrong. And you're looking at less than 0.5% of the military. And then on top of that, we have less females in the Marine Corps than any other branch. And our females can do exactly what the males do. There is no difference. I know garrison Marines sometimes will say it, but if you ever really talk to an infantry guy, I always say, as long as they can pull us out, we don't care who you are. I don't care what your religion is. I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care if you got a vagina or a penis. I don't care. What I care about is you got my six, you got my back. Now that we're out, now it's about making sure to keep my sanity, making sure others are keeping their sanity. And those that want to steal the valor and, quite frankly, we kind of laugh at them, move on. They can say or do whatever they want. But the fact is, if they are taking advantage, you know what? I don't care what happens to them. I don't wish anybody dead. I don't wish anybody abused or hurt. But on the other hand, these scams got to stop with people. They are just getting terrible. To say that you're a female Marine and you're trying to talk to men, and then they're trying to have them send them money, send them iTunes, oh, I'm over here. And they act like Arizona is another country, even though the only the Marine base we have is Yuma, Arizona, and that's part of an air wing. It's not a training base. I've had people tell me that, oh, they're in Africa or in different parts of Africa and stuff like that in the Marine Corps. Now, it would be believable if it was at one of the med floats. That would be somewhat believable. The problem is that we really don't have anything going on except embassies in the middle of every country because we, like I said, Marines guard embassies. But it's very easy to find out who's lying to you. So if you see these fake people on there, mess with them. Yeah, I know. Everybody's like, oh, just leave them. No, sorry. Mess with them. Just like the scammers. I waste their time like they waste everybody else's time. I'm a freaking Marine, dude, and I do not need help basically wasting somebody else's time. I skated like the best of when I was in the Marine Corps. Only Marines are going to understand that joke, by the way. But the fact is, do not pretend, if, like I said, do not put up with bull, because even though you may know it, they may get one of us. And the whole idea is we watch each other's backs. So the stuff that I just put on there in the video, I'd call the number for you. I don't care. The reason why is they're lying. They're fake. I can prove it. I know it. And I looked at it and I made sure, like my friends are getting things from Army all the time. And I guess it's just my way. There's guys out here committing suicide every day because they don't feel like they matter. And then there's fakes out there getting the exact stuff that the people that committed suicide needed. And they don't have a shame in the world. I've also lost a lot of friends because, like I said, second I said I'm staying out of politics, or second I said, I believe in my Second Amendment right, my First Amendment right. I have people block me every day, but I got Marines waiting in line to be on my page. I got Army waiting in my line to be on my page. Why? Because they're my brothers and my sisters, and I love them all, and I love each and every one of you, and I will not tolerate anyone. I don't like stolen valor, okay? I don't like people burning the flag either, and I would be one of those people that go, but is it somebody's right to do it? Yeah. Do I agree with it? No. Will I defend somebody for their freedoms? Yeah, even if I don't like it. But if I can go take a flag away from somebody that's going to try to burn it, I will do it in a heartbeat. Why? Because, well, I don't want to burn the flag. I'm not going to go beat up somebody that, wearing all kinds of funky metals and doesn't know how to wear dress blues. And if y'all want to know the honest to God truth, fact about me, I have never worn dress blues except when I was at boot camp and they put this thing over my head. There you go. I wore my alphas, which are green. Those are the ones you see in not full. Well, yeah, they're in Full Metal Jacket, and they're also in Men of Honor. So I have personally, of all I ever wore was my alphas when I went from my SOI to my duty station to when I joined the Fleet Marine Corps. So I've never even worn dress blues. I do have my dress blue bottoms with my blood stripe down the side. That I do have. Because as I was getting out, I actually made sergeant before I got out. And I was very proud of that. I don't feel like I did much as a sergeant. I went to sergeant courses, went to corporal courses, was deployed several times. But the guys I served with, I'll give them more credit than I get in any day. They were there for me, and I'll always be there for them, even if I don't like them, or even though they don't like me, I'm always going to be there for them. There's Marines in my hometown that have different political views, and they love their politics. I don't understand why. And I laugh at them because I really don't want to get into it with them, but they know I always got their back, and I know they have mine. I'm not going to sit there and ever bash a fellow Marine or a fellow military person. So anyway, like I said, there's a bunch of pretending to be female Marines out there trying to take advantage of anybody by saying all these sad, sobby stories and stuff. And if you go back on this video, you can see where the person was, and they wanted to give these guys phone numbers so that you can send them stuff. And I'm not afraid to even tell you the dang number because it's 442-220-7861. And like I said, this person is a piece of crap. Because like I said, that's what they're doing is they are scamming people. And they are using bogus numbers, and because when you call them, then they try to charge you stuff and all that other stuff. Anyway. All right, let's get into daily reflections like I've been telling everybody about. First off, I want to sit back and I want to let you all know that you're very, very important. Another thing tonight, if you can keep one of my friends, Jen, in your prayers. Her and her family are having to say goodbye to their grandpa tonight. And they're at the hospital and everything else. And Jen's a teammate of mine. She's a great friend of mine. She's like a little sister to me. I love her to death, and I know that she's trying to be strong for her family. She's military too, by the way. So keep them in your prayers. Keep the bunch of guys in the Marine Corps League. They've got cancer and stuff like that. My buddy, I'm not going to say his name. You probably already know who he is. They're heading up to Iowa City, to the VA up there so that he can get x-rays and a couple things done. I don't know everything, but I'm always scared to death for him because he's one of my best friends in the whole world, and he's always been there for me. And him and his wife are just two outstanding human beings. They're just awesome. Jesus and Melissa, I'll just go ahead and tell you that because they're great. There are people around my hometown that are sad tonight because a bunch of people died, and I don't know what the reasonings were, but they're always in our hearts and prayers. I got some other of my friends that are going through a lot of legal battles right now, fighting for their kids, fighting for their marriages are going, and they call me, and I'm very grateful they trust me enough to call me, except when they tell me they call me because my story's worse than theirs and it makes them feel better. That's a problem sometimes. No, just kidding. I don't mind. I did not know until the other day my friend Terry was in the hospital. He broke his back about a year ago, I think it was, and he had to go back in. I didn't know about it until I saw it on Facebook. So if anybody sees Terry Jones, say a couple prayers for him, make sure he's okay. He's a good guy. He really is. Him and I, we kind of get into it every once in a while, but believe it or not, he's probably one of my best friends also, Yesterday was one of my mentors' birthdays, Brian Carruthers. Great guy. I got another friend on here that I got a lot of friends that were military, but a lot were not also. Just know that each and every one of you matters. Call people you haven't called in a while. Reach out to people you haven't reached out in a while. And just do your best for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, enjoy the day, but do something different with your life. Go for a bike ride, go for a walk. I know we have these beautiful trails around Quincy now, which I'm very, very impressed with what they've been doing with them. Over at Bob Mays Park all the way around Quincy, and it's actually turning out pretty good. For all my friends that are in other parts of the country right now, if you ever need a friend, I put my number out there for you. You can call me anytime. It will stay confidential, even though I've got permission to use certain people's number. But if you ever need a friend, just call me. I don't care. I've been fighting the 22 for a long time. I had to take a break because I was losing too many friends that were military and non-military related situations, and I started getting overwhelmed with just what I do to try to put my name out there to let them know that they matter and they care. I don't really care what people think of me. What I do is go out there and hopefully that you do something good that will save one of my brother's lives, that will save a friend of mine's life by doing that. Maybe even one day you may even save my daughter's life because, somebody was kind to you, or you chose to be kind. Hold on, I gotta put this on the charger. Wait just a second. Sorry about that. My phone was starting to die. I have to put it on. Putting the charge pack on. So that being said, I've got my friend Jess on. I know she's been studying hard. I know she just took an exam the other day. Really proud of her for that. Know her personally too much, not much, but you know what? I see somebody that's a hard worker, dedicated mother, somebody out there pushing every day. Hey, Roberta, how are you doing? Charles, John, Sarah, how are you guys doing today? Make sure to say hi. I'm just like everybody else. I like when people say hi. I like when people communicate with me a little bit. Like I said, there's nothing that goes on in life that we cannot forgive, but we have to mean it when we do it. A lot of you guys right now, you're just walking around with all this guilt, or you're walking around right now with a lot riding on your shoulders because you need to learn to forgive people. And it's not like you have to go tell them. You have to actually forgive them and let it go, because they are now interfering with your life and they're taking up all the time. I know that time is very important. We only have so much of it. And there's so many people out there that need us to be positive. And that's what I do. I'm very proud of my profession. I'm very proud to be a dad. I'm very proud of my community. And I don't just say proud because, oh, it's a word. I'm saying it because there's so much history to where I come from. My friends every one of my friends is unique. Every Marine I served with, or I know, even if I didn't serve with them, their stories are incredible. And who they are is better than any politician I'll ever meet. And like I said, I had people deleting me off Facebook the last couple of days because they didn't like the fact that I'm not going to humiliate somebody. I don't want to go and attack anybody. I'm not going to sit. They don't like the fact that I respect the office of the president. So whoever's in office, who got voted for and is in office, I will support them no matter who they are. I may not have to agree or even like them, but I will always support them because that is why they're in office. That being said, let's get off politics, get into something more important. Winter's coming up. Start planning fun things. You don't, do spontaneous things. Do something that's crazy. I'm going to go and I'm trying to get a friend. I'd like to go down to Fright Fest, and also Creepy World again, and the Abyss over in St. Louis. But like I said, everything happens for a reason. So, that being said, you're important. You matter. Make sure you wish Chesty Puller a good night time. Say, good night, Chesty. And always know you got a friend. So if you ever need anything and you get past all my ramblings and all my thing, if you need somebody to talk to, give me a call. I have 2 ears, I got 2 shoulders, and I got duct tape to put over my mouth. You all think I'm joking on that. But anyway, you guys take it easy. If you ever need anything, hopefully you look at me as somebody you can call. If not, call me and I can tell you who you can call. But I'm grateful for your friendship. I'm grateful for you each are. And I'm a better person for not only being a dad, but a son. I'm a better person for the things I've done in my life and the failures that I took on in order to learn what success is. So, all right, everybody. For all you truckers out there, be safe behind the wheel tonight. Be careful for our men and women military. You guys are heroes. And be safe, everybody. God bless. Talk to y'all soon. Have a good one.